Muy buenas noches. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Annual Hispanic Excellence Scholarship and Community Awards Gala. My name is Lorenzo Lopez. I'm a community activist from Lansing, Michigan. It is an honor for me to serve as the Masters of Ceremony for the 2023 Cesar E. Chavez Gala. As we gather tonight, let us remember the power of Si se puede. Oh, could we do that again, please? Si se puede. Much better. Yes, we can. A rallying cry that has inspired generations to overcome challenges, break barriers, and achieve the extraordinary. The Cesar E. Chavez Si Se Puede VIP celebratory procession you are about to witness symbolizes our commitment to the spirit of determination and the belief I didn't move up. Symbolizes our commitment to the spirit of determination and the belief that together, we can achieve greatness. So as we embark on this remarkable journey, let us embrace the energy of this moment, the beauty of the unity in front of us at this very moment. Please help me welcome Yeli Romero from Acceso VIP Grand Rapids and Daniel Dano Orapesa from the National United Farm Workers Foundation to take us down memory lane.
As we begin the Cesar Estrada Chavez Si Se Puede VIP celebratory procession, let us reflect on the journey back in time from 2006 to 2023. Let us appreciate our progress, acknowledge our growth, and recommit to Cesar principles that have guided us this far. Our theme for the night, reaping the harvest of bountiful success, education, cultural awareness, and social justice.
Please hold your applauses until all the past honorees are introduced. Presenting the legacy of Cesar E. Chavez is Paul Chavez, the president of the Cesar E. Chavez Foundation, Ed Sosa, and the Honorable Lupe Ramos Montini, two founders of the committee to honor Cesar E. Chavez. Un aplauso, por favor. Presenting the Youth Award honorees is State Representative John Fitzgerald, 2007, Jose Capeles. 2012, Sigifredo Peña Hernández. 2014, Verónica Beltrán. 2021, Daniel Caracheo Teniente. 2022, Abel y Muñoz.
Presenting the Hispanic Advocate Award honorees is Grand Rapids Community College Board Trustee Salvador Lopez. (2006) AT&T sponsor since the beginning of the gala. The present Director of External Legislative Affairs is Tim Westrate, and retiree Direct Ruth Goddard. (2008) retired Mayor George Hartwell. 2013 MEA Director Paul Helder. 2014 Davenport President Richard Pappas. 2016 President and CEO Grand Rapids Public Museum Dale Robertson. 2017 retired Grand Valley State University President Tom Hatz. 2022 Potter's House Superintendent John Boy.
Presenting the La Familia Legacy Award honorees is Kent County Commissioner Tony Baker. 2009, Lupita Entino Reyes. 2010, Delay J and Mercedes Chuy and her daughter, Wanda. 2011, Rosa Fraga and family. 2012, the late Felipe and Leah Tovar and daughter, Noemi Arellano. 2013, Raul and Kathy Isasi with daughters, Melinda and Reina and friend Joshua. 2021, Abel and Imelda Quintino and daughters, Veronica, Judy, and Seleni.
Presenting the Golden Citizen Award honorees is Kent County Human Resources Manager Darius Quinn. 2011, Maria Isasi. 2012, Consuelo Garcia. 2022, Angelica Velasquez.
Presenting the Distinguished Aguila Award honorees is President and CEO of the West Michigan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Guillermo Cisneros. 2007, Zoraida Sanchez. 2009, retired President, Grand Rapids Community College and Aquinas College, Dr. Juan Olivares. And the retired State Board of Education, the Honorable Lupe Ramos Montini. (2010) Gilberto Guzman. 2012, Jose Guillen. 2012, co-founder of Committee to Honor Cesar E. Chavez, Ed Sosa.
2015, Eva Aguirre Cooper. 2016, Miguel Ángel Ramírez. 2018, Grand Valley State University Vice President, Dr. Jesse Bernal, and attorney Elizabeth Rosario. (2021) Javier Olvera. (2022) Humberto and Mari Alvarez.
Y Evangelina López Ortega.
Give them a round of applause one more time. Let's look forward at our next 16 years with hope and anticipation. Let's celebrate, everyone, with another big round of applause.
Vamos a darles un fuerte aplauso. Una vez más, por favor, let's give them another round of applause. Thank you very much.
Just going to wait till everybody gets over there. It is a pleasure for me to invite GVSU Chief of Staff and Vice President Dr. Jesse Bernal to give a special welcome. Dr. Bernal is an influential leader overseeing Grand Valley's commitment to diversity and campus climate. Please help me welcome Dr. Jesse Bernal to the stage.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to let folks take their seats. There were a lot of great honorees celebrating our history as a committee. I'm really delighted to extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Committee to Honor César E. Chávez and the Unity Committee. Thank you for joining the 14th Annual Hispanic Excellence Scholarship and Community Awards Gala. This is a really special occasion, a time when we come together as a community to celebrate the remarkable accomplishments of our scholarship recipients, pay tribute to outstanding community leaders, and acknowledge the exceptional work done by the Committee to Honor Cesar E. Chavez and the Unity Committee. Tonight is not just an event, but a testament to the collective journey we have embarked on by launching scholarships, renaming plazas, recently renaming streets, and so much more. We've created opportunities for educational access and success, and amplified the contributions of our vibrant Latino community in West Michigan. These efforts are a catalyst for change, shaping individuals' lives and our community entirely. I'd like to express our deepest gratitude on behalf of the committee to our sponsors for their generous support, your unwavering commitment to our shared goals of advancing educational equity and community prosperity. It's through your collaboration that we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of Latino students, transforming their futures and fostering thriving communities through higher education. I do have to note that tonight we are really honored. It's not very many events where you have not only 6 colleges and universities represented as part of the Unity Committee, and I'd like to take a moment to recognize those institutions, but we also have 7 current and former university and college presidents here tonight. 7. So, if you are here briefly, Dr. Cordoba from Aquinas College, Dr. Bohr from Calvin College, or Calvin University, Dr. Pappas from Davenport University, Dr. Pink from Ferris State University, President Haas from Grand Valley State University, Dr. Lepper and Dr. Olivares from Grand Rapids Community College. Can we give them one more round of applause? Okay, enough about the other institutions. My boss would fire me if I don't bring back to Grand Valley, so no. We also want to honor the incredible achievements of our scholarship recipients. You'll hear some great stories this evening. Their unwavering determination amidst challenges is genuinely inspiring, and we hope you feel inspired this evening. To our students, we want you to remember that you are supported by this community. Look around. We believe in you. We will support you throughout your journey. We will support you in college and beyond college. Your accomplishments are a testament to your resilience, and we are really eagerly anticipating the impact you will have on Grand Rapids, West Michigan, Michigan, and the world. At Grand Valley State University, we are committed to fostering a culture of educational equity. Our commitment to inclusivity and access in higher education is evident in our recent enrollment, which was the largest class in our history and the most diverse class in our history. We have set the bold goal to eliminate equity gaps when it comes to racial disparities and to ensure that every student with all of their diverse backgrounds have the opportunity to thrive and succeed. By embracing education, we have the power to dismantle barriers, to challenge systemic inequities, to uplift the voices of those who have been historically marginalized. And together we believe that we can create a transformative, inclusive, and prosperous society for everyone. But our work together doesn't end there. Our assembly tonight, our gathering tonight, underscores the tremendous strength and potential of our community. It's through collaboration, through a shared vision, and through an unwavering commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, we can build a truly transformative community for all. Let us continue to forge these partnerships together as we work together towards a brighter future where educational equity is a reality for every individual, every young person, every adult in our community. And together, let us inspire, uplift, and create lasting impact in the lives of our students and our youth and in the communities in which we serve. Thank you all for being part of this evening. I promise you it will be filled with what we hope is inspiration and a renewed commitment to our shared vision of a more inclusive and equitable Grand Rapids. Thank you so much.
I like the calmness of the room. Please help me welcome Dr. Connie Dang, Senior Inclusion and Equity Officer at GVCSU, to give a special recognition to all of the proud sponsors. Welcome her.
Thank you, Lorenzo. So let's begin the program by recognizing the unwavering support and generosity of our sponsors. On behalf of the community to honor Cesar E. Chavez, I would like to recognize the following sponsors. And please hold your applause until the end. At the Cesar Chavez legacy level, we have Grand Valley State University, Gala level AT&T, Diamond level Ferris State University, Grand Rapids Community College, Grand Rapids Public Museum, Kent Intermediate School District, Kentwood Public School, Sapphire level City of Grand Rapids, and City of Grand Rapids Office of Equity and Engagement, Amigo level Calvin University, Davenport University, Grand Rapids Education Association, Hayworth, Marlin Fayen, and Ruth Pastemus, Meyer, and Woven Construction Group. Sponsors, please all of you stand up to be recognized. And please put our hands together for the sponsors. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Deng, and all the proud sponsors for your unwavering support. It is a distinct honor to invite Mr. Tim Weststreet, AT&T Director and of External and Legislative Affairs, to introduce tonight's honorary keynote speaker.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you all again this year. For me, it's my second time with you with this privilege. And for AT&T, we've been here from the very beginning, supporting this Gala event. We are proud of this long record of partnership, and I'm honored to be able to introduce our speaker, Paul Chavez. At AT&T, our job is to connect people with friends and family, connect people to work and opportunity, connect people to learning and growth, and connect people to safety and security. We've been making these connections for more than 140 years here in Michigan. This evening, as a supporter of this gala and this time to be together, it is my pleasure to say that AT&T is here to help connect you with a story of commitment to community, of legacy and advocacy, and a storied and rich historical heritage. As the middle son of the civil rights and farm labor leader, and as president of the Cesar Chavez Foundation, Paul F. Chavez has spearheaded the impressive expansion of the nonprofit organization that his father founded in the 1960s under a different name. The Chavez Foundation has grown and adapted into a successful group of social enterprises that support hundreds of thousands of Latinos and working families. It inspires and transforms communities from rural to urban areas throughout the Southwest and across multiple generations. Under Paul's tenure, the Cesar Chavez Foundation has seen unprecedented growth in 4 core areas. The foundation builds and manages more than 5,000 units of high-quality affordable housing with after-school programs for children and seniors. It operates an 8-station educational Spanish and English language radio network and other content with 1.5 million listeners and followers. The foundation develops and provides culturally responsive, diverse products and services to students in under-resourced communities. And it operates the National Chavez Center, which preserves and promotes the legacy of Cesar Chavez across the nation and administers the Cesar E. Chavez National Monument in partnership with the National Park Service at Keene, California. One of 8 children of Cesar and Helen Chavez, Paul has spent his entire life with the movement. Before there was a union staff in the early 60s, Paul's father took him and his siblings on weekends to leaflet small towns throughout the community. Before the Chavez Foundation, Paul Chavez served with the United Farm Workers as a union organizer, contract negotiator, political director, lobbyist in Sacramento and Washington, D.C., and director of marketing. He was also a personal assistant to his father. Paul still lives and works out of the National Chavez Center at La Paz in the Tehachapi mountain town of Keene, California. And tonight, he is with all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor, privilege, and a thrill to introduce to you tonight Paul Chavez.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim, for that long introduction. You know, before I start my comments, I'd just like to congratulate the scholarship and the community award honorees tonight. We know that that there's many things going on in all of our lives, and the fact that we're able to gather today and recognize those people is something that's important. So I'm happy to be here, and I'd like to again recognize the recipients of tonight's scholarships and awards. You know, before I start, I want to take a second to recognize Lupe and the committee that has worked for many years to honor my father's legacy and to keep it alive here in Grand Rapids. You know, Grand Rapids was a place that always opened their arms to my father whenever he was in need of support. And actually, we were just talking, and you know, this was one of the last public places that he came before he passed away, about a week before he passed away. So Grand Rapids always is important to us. It plays a big role. And actually, the last time I was here was in February 22nd of 2022 for the renaming of the streets, the Chavez and the King. And so we're excited to be here, right? And the icing on that cake was that my first grandchild was born on that day. So I have good memories of Grand Rapids. You know, one of the benefits of getting older is that you get the opportunity to reminisce. And it's underscored for me this year because I turned 66 years of age, my father's age, when he passed away. And so I've been thinking a lot about him. My entire life has been spent with the farm worker movement. You know, it began in the early 60s when my dad and colleagues started building the movement from scratch, before there was a union, before there was any kind of staff. And you know, my dad, after many years of struggle, my dad had commented that it'd be such a terrible tragedy if the movement ended with his life. He said that it'd be a terrible waste of sacrifice and suffering by so many good and decent people. And I think that he understood early on that his work wouldn't be finished in his lifetime. And you know, with that understanding, it can impose a certain urgency to your labors, and it prompts you to strike that balance between both of them. You know, you work each day like it's the last, but you also acquire a genuine understanding about faith and perseverance. You know, there's lessons that I learned from my father, especially working closely with him for many years. You know, one of the first lessons, and one of the lessons that remains closest to me, was learning to have faith in people. You know, at the heart of our movement was my dad's unfailing faith in the poorest and the least educated amongst us. You know, after high school, I decided that I would continue working with the union. And I remember going to my dad and reporting to work, and I just figured he was going to put me on a picket line or a boycott line, and I'd be in the middle of the action. Well, what he did was he put me to work in the union's print shop. Didn't know anything about printing. I didn't have much interest in it, but I started there, and it was really a formidable time for me, because it was during those days that we printed leaflets, and I learned about different campaigns, and we printed the union's convention proceedings, and I learned about the hopes and the aspirations of farm workers. We printed the union's constitution, and I understood what a democratic organization looked like. And so for me, it was a formative year, and I was comfortable there. I just felt like I was born to be a printer, that I had ink in my veins. And then my father came, and he asked me to go and work with him in his office. And I hesitated, but he convinced me. And then later, he urged me to join the negotiation school and become a labor negotiator. And I hesitated, but he urged me along the way. And it happened again when he asked me to do the legislative work. And again, when I eventually took over the Cesar Chavez Foundation, I remember thinking, what do I know about affordable housing and tax credits? And what do I know about core curriculums? And what do I know about broadcast radio and all those kind of things that we do? But, you know, my dad had confidence that I could do it. And as I look back, as I reminisce, you know, I could see clearly that I lacked the confidence to do that work. But my dad was persistent, and he pushed me to do them anyways. And then it became pretty obvious as I thought about it and I looked at it, is that my father had more faith in me than I had in myself. Now, 30 years have passed since his passing. And we take part in communications across the country like we're doing here tonight. And I've met men and women that tell us about how he personally influenced them. There was a young woman who told me that she met my father after a speaking engagement in the Bay Area, and she told my dad that she wanted to escape the fields by becoming a teacher's aide. And she said, you know, he pulled me aside and he scolded me and he says, you can become a teacher, go to school and get your teaching credential. And she says, I had never thought of myself as being a teacher. And later on, she went and got her master's, and now she's an administrator at a community college district in Southern California. That was the impact of my dad. Or the nurse that became a doctor at my dad's urging, or the young son of striking farm workers who was a paralegal, and my dad urged to become an attorney. And when there was times he wanted to quit, he would tell him, mijo, you got to stick with it. And now he's a Superior Court judge in Kern County, where everything began. You know, whenever he met young people in the movement, he believed that they had a lot to offer. And he always urged them to do more than what they and others thought that they could do, especially if they were from farm worker, immigrant, and working class families. He got them to believe in themselves and to believe that they could become administrators and negotiators and accountants and so on. And in doing that, he really helped hundreds of people fulfill dreams that many of them didn't even know they had at the time. He gave people opportunities that nobody ever gave him as an 8th grade dropout migrant kid that worked the crops in California. You know, and in the process of doing that, what he did was he inspired generations of men and women to social and political activism. And the funny thing is that most of them never set foot on a farm. But that was the faith that he had in people. That was the hope that he gave farm workers to believe in themselves. You know, I remember when my dad convinced me to run the Chavez Foundation, he reminded me that I was blessed because I was his son and there was so much need that I would have opportunities that others could only dream of. And so when he asked me to do this work, he says, remember, mijo, that you're going to be in the position to decide who gets to do what, who gets to build programs, who gets to help people. He says, there's only one thing that I ask you. I ask you to give those opportunities to people that have never had the opportunities. Do that for me, and that's what I've done for the last 40 years of my profession. You know, I've also learned the lesson of perseverance from my dad. You know, when I was a legislative director, we had an all-out, last-minute political campaign to confirm a late appointee that would oversee the enforcement of the Farm Labor Act that gave farm workers the right to bargain collectively. And after a long 2-month campaign, we knew that it was going to be close. We needed 21 votes. And so I joined my father and about 200-300 workers in the gallery overlooking the Senate chamber, and our vote came up, and they started counting the votes, and we got to 15 quickly, and we got 16 and 17, and we got to 20, 20, 20, and it stalled. And it went down. And I felt terrible because, see, I knew what was going to happen. There was an incoming administration that would probably be there for 8 years. I knew that farm workers were going to suffer, and I felt like I had failed my father. I'd let farm workers down, right? I was devastated, and so I remember it was about 10 o'clock at night. By the time my father had finished sending off workers, giving them words of encouragement, dándoles ánimo, como dicen, when he says, let's drive home tonight. Now, home is about 5 hours from Sacramento, but I said, sure, I'm not sleeping tonight. And so we got in the car and we drove for about an hour, and he didn't say much, but he knew that I was feeling bad. And after a little bit, he says, how do you feel, mijo? And I said, Dad, I let you down. I let farm workers, and I feel terrible. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. And he says, well, did you do everything you could do? And I said, yes, I can't think of anything else I could have done. And then he says, well, did you work as hard as you could work? And I said, Dad, I've never worked harder in my whole life. And then he said some words to me that seemed like they were spoken just yesterday. He says, remember, mijo, that our work, la causa, isn't a baseball game where after 9 innings, whoever has the most runs wins and the other loses. It's not a political campaign where on election day, whoever gets the most votes win and the other loses. In our work, You only lose when you give up. You only lose when you quit. And then he says, let's go home and get some rest because tomorrow we have a lot of work waiting for us. You know, during the 31 years that he led the movement, my dad suffered more defeats than victories. Right? Yet after each time he was knocked down, he would get up and dust himself off, and he would return to that struggle. And the lesson was clear that victory is ours so long as we continue to struggle, so long as we refuse to give up. And so, as I take a look and I think about my father, having faith in people and perseverance are hallmarks of his legacy. And it's a message that I share with people because I think it applies to everybody, whether you're a farm worker, or you're an educator, or you're an accountant, or if you're working in those tough manual labor jobs, it's something that can sustain you. Now, you know, the essential work of the UFW continues, and the Chavez Foundation is part of that vision where my dad had this understanding that workers just aren't workers, that after a long, hard day's work in the fields, parents go home to communities that are devoid of social services and going to schools that are not serving our children well, and lack of access to consumer credit, and a whole slew of social issues. And so he knew that it would take a movement to address the needs at the workplace and the community. And so the work that we do in the foundation addresses that. You know, we began in the Chavez Foundation by working with farm workers, but now we've also operating in cities across the Southwest. And we help low-income Latinos and other working people through a series of social enterprises that address the essential human, cultural, and community needs that they have. As they mentioned earlier, we've built affordable housing across the Southwest. We entertain and educate and move people to community engagement through our radio stations and our social platforms, about 5.5 million people on a regular basis. We develop future leaders through our educational programs that look to bridge that gap. And, you know, we continue to ensure that my father's story is told and that his legacy continues to inspire people to go out and be of service to others. Now, I'm proud about the work that we've accomplished over these past 30 years. And I would like to think that my dad would also be happy. But, you know, I've reached that same conclusion, that same understanding that my dad reached decades ago, that our work won't end in my lifetime, and I think I understand that it won't end in my children's lifetime. Right? You know, like my father, though, I understand that lasting social change is made by organizations that can stand the test of time and that are dedicated with people who are committed to continue doing the work. You know, in a speech that he gave to this prestigious club in San Francisco, he ended the talk by saying, "We've looked into the future, and the future is ours." Well, that future is being created every day by thousands of people who keep his memory alive across this land. It's done by those union negotiators in Washington State and throughout California and upstate New York fighting for collective bargaining agreements to protect farm workers. It's done by the advocates who lobby for heat protection, that lobby for heat protection for farm workers and are looking for overtime pay and immigration reform. It's done by community organizers down in the colonias in the lower Rio Grande Valley looking to bring basic services. It's done by educators that are working to bridge that achievement gap and provide culturally relevant curriculum. It's done by housing developers that are building affordable housing throughout the Southwest and property managers and community service providers that supply benefits and resources to families in need. And it's done by DJs and content producers that entertain and educate and do so through the radio station and mobile and digital platforms. And so, you know, we and the Chavez Foundation and the Farm Worker Movement are proud of what we built since my father's passing. But I think we're most proud that this movement continues and will continue fulfilling my father's commitment that he made in 1962 when he began his life's work. Because we understand that his legacy is as much about the future as it is the past. Thank you all very much for inviting us to be with you tonight. And remember, sí se puede.
Paul, your remarks tonight have touched our hearts and brought to life the enduring spirit of your father, the great Cesar E. Chavez. And we want to thank you for being here this evening. Let us welcome at this time Pastor Ricardo Angarita from La Nueva Esperanza United Methodist Church to offer a blessing for our gala and the food we're about to partake. Pastor Ricardo.
Okay, here we go. Well, first of all, I want to tell you that I'm sorry because I don't speak English very well. Not yet. God knows, but He's pushing me, you know? Well, as we all know, we are gathered here in honor of the remarkable legacy of Cesar Chavez, a man who from very early in his life learned about injustice and the evils it causes, for which he worked hard for equity and social justice, giving a voice to Latino workers and people in many places. As a pastor of a Christian church, it is an honor for me to be part of this celebration because God says in His word, Matthew chapter 5, verse 10, "Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." God endorses the vocation and cause of Cesar Chavez, signs from the Old Testament. The prophecy says in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 22, that the day will come when workers, they shall not build for another to live in, nor plant for another to eat, without obtaining their just reward and enjoying the work of their hands. So God blesses all these efforts that are made for the most vulnerable, and I trust in our good God that He continues to open paths and encourage us to achieve the goal of justice, equity, and dignity of all those who work for a better world for all in all the senses. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede in the name of God. So I invite you to ask for God's blessing on these foods and for the people who make them reach our table. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 24, there is nothing better for humans than to eat, drink, and enjoy the fruit of their work. I have seen that this also comes from the hand of God. Let's pray. Lord, you have given us food and drink, the fruit of hard work. We thank you because all this we receive comes from you. And we ask that everything be blessed. Lord, bless these foods and those who have had to work in the sowing and harvesting of these foods, turning their backs to the hard sun and the inclemencies of the day. Bless those hands that work hard many times without receiving a decent salary or minimal recognition for their work. Bless all those who have prepared this food for us and help us to share with those who do not have it. Bless, Lord, all of us today who eat this food and the good works and projects we undertake for the most vulnerable people. Praise you forever, Lord. Amen.
Okay. I have a question. Are you enjoying yourselves? Oh, well, that was a more or less, right? Are you really enjoying yourself? I would hope so, yes. It's been a wonderful evening thus far. So are you ready to continue with the festivities? Okay. I want to thank you for your invocation, which set the tone to make the gala a truly meaningful occasion. Dinner was prepared by Noto's executive culinary chief chef team. So please wait for Noto's team to escort your table to the buffet. There you will find four lines to expedite the serving of your food. So enjoy your dinner, and program will resume in approximately half an hour. In the meantime, Charisma Band will now entertain us with their wonderful music. You will be escorted by the staff here to the buffet, so just be patient. It'll work out perfectly fine. Thank you. Now I have to ask the question as the hush goes over the crowd. Did you enjoy your dinner? Did you enjoy your dinner? Fabulous dinner. I even had a chance to have dinner. So, now are we ready to continue the festivities? Yes, we are. I want to direct your attention to the back of the room where the piano is. And Siggy, we'll continue.
Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good time. My name is Sigifredo Pisaña, and I'm from Zacatecas, Mexico. And a little bit about me, I immigrated to the U.S. when I was 11, and I lived in Holland, Michigan, where I graduated school there. And I got involved with that committee a couple of years, probably around 2010, 2011, 2012. And I was the U recipient award for 2012. My family got deported in 2011, and I felt like I needed a fresh start, so I moved to Salt Lake City, Utah. Over there, I'm doing property management, and I do music on the side. I'm a self-taught pianist, violinist, guitarist, and right now I'm actually in the process of recording my own album, which I'm hoping to have it released early next year, so you guys can, look at it on iTunes and Facebook and whatnot. And so, this committee really helped me a lot during a challenging time in my life. As I was mentioning, my family had been deported, so this committee helped me a lot by moving, also helping me with some expenses with moving. I had a piano at that time, so they helped me as well to move. And then when I made the decision to move to Salt Lake City, they were very supportive. And now, life is going great. Back then, when I left, life was very rough. But now, I feel like I have accomplished the American dream. So today I'm going to be playing for you one of the pieces that I wrote recently, titled Reflections, and this is our Reflections, a piece basically in honor of the things that I have gone through, the struggles, and also the great things that God has given me through my life.
Thank you so much, Sigifredo Pisani Hernandez. Absolutely gorgeous. Glasses are on. Guests, invitees, welcome. Supporters of the committee to honor Cesar E. Chávez. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce a remarkable individual, someone who embodies the spirit of boldness, determination, and unwavering willpower. A passionate advocate of the Latino community, she has been an incredible force in championing the legacy of Cesar Chavez. Please join me in giving a heartfelt welcome to the podium to our dynamic co-founder and chairperson of the Committee to Honor Cesar E. Chavez for the past 23 years. Let's give Honorable Lepper Ramos Monteni the resounding applause she rightly deserves.
Thank you very, very much. We have been in this mission, in this vision for 23 years. I want you to stand if you have had a part in this mission and vision in any sense of the word. Please stand. Thank you very much. Everybody that didn't stand, you know what? 2024 is your year. It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you as the chair of the Committee to Honor Cesar E. Chavez and the chair of this immense transformation of the one we started in 2006. We have really come a long way. First, Ed Sosa. Where are you, Ed Sosa? Where is Ed Sosa? All right, over there. Ed Sosa and I, plus 3 others, are the organizers of the 2006 Gala. We started with a little seed, and Ed was working for the Grand Rapids Community College, so we had resources, we had a room where we could meet, and he was a visionary, and we created the community awards, and he thought of the youth award and all the others that we're going to present here tonight. So Ed Sosa and I are the living co-chairs. 2 others have passed away. So we're the champions. Okay, while I may have the privilege of speaking before you tonight, it is with incredible dedication and tireless efforts of a remarkable team. I have a team. All that you see here today, Lepper Ramos Montini doesn't do it by herself, that has made this evening possible. Please join me in acknowledging and expressing our profound gratitude. Please hold your applause until I introduce everyone, okay? Really fast. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. All right. Connie Deng, Senior Inclusion and Equity Officer for Grand Valley, was my co-Gala co-chair. Jack Bortel, Maria Erazo, Adrian Hall, were my other co-chairs. We started them young so they can take over in the near future. Lorena Marquez, Yolanda Franco, Olivia Garcia, Jenny Gomez Cabrera, Noela Guerra, Suzanne Hewitt, Ken Cruzinga, Linda Pasic, Yeli Romero, Julieta Tornes, Raymond Trujillo, Monica Zavala, Esmeralda Rodriguez, Deborah Harding, Leslie Soriano, Joel Valdir, Ana Isabel and Rodriguez, and Jorge Rodriguez. And she's right there. All right. Cesar once said that we do not need perfect political systems, but we need perfect participation. Now, he didn't mean just go and get registered and vote. There's a lot of things that go in between. For instance, supporting a candidate that is running by signing a petition. That's getting involved in the process. By meeting your elected officials and become friends with them, so when you call them, they're not afraid to answer the phone. That's perfect participation. By going to events that speak about civic activity in your city, in your communities, going to your school, your county meetings, city meetings, and so on. So that's what perfect participation is. Now, I'm going to introduce all the elected officials, if I miss somebody, well, you're going to have to help me, okay? So we're very proud of Majority Leader of the Michigan Senate, Senator Winnie Brinks. Michigan, continue standing, please. Michigan Senator Mark Heisinger. He's my senator right here. Terry Lynn Land, Wayne State University Board of Governors. Michigan Representative Phil Skaggs. Michigan Representative Rachel Hood. Michigan Representative Carol Glanville. Michigan Representative John Fitzgerald. Michigan Representative Kristen Grant. County Commissioner Tony Baker. County Commissioner Ivan Diaz. City Commissioner Melinda Isasi. All right, these are the elected officials. Now, they're going to be sticking around. They wore their dancing shoes, so you will meet them up in the dance floor. Get to know your elected officials and hold them accountable for what is the reason they were elected, to serve the people. All right, well, continue enjoying. We have more for you. Thank you.
Lepper. Lupe, I'm trying to make sure everything's in order here. Lupe is going to, okay. We already did the photos. Okay, Lupe. I just wanted to make sure that we follow the program as presented, because if we get off key, then we change. Again, welcome, Lupe.
All right. Well, as the evening continues to unfold, I have a delightful surprise that promises to elevate the magic of the evening. We are honored and we are privileged to welcome to our stage a true Renaissance individual, a captivating actor, an astonishing author, an inspiring speaker, and a fantastic actor. And you may know him maybe by The Good Doctor. Some people already came up to him and said, hey, I watched you on The Good Doctor. So what is really inspiring, he has written several books to inspire the young people all over the world. And he will be presenting one of those books to each scholarship recipient. To the stage, please welcome Hill Harper.
Hey everybody, thank you, Lupe. I love being in Grand Rapids, y'all. When I was at grad school at Harvard Law School and the Kennedy School, my roommate for 4 years who did the exact same program was from Grand Rapids. And I don't know if y'all know Dr. Mathis, but Brian Mathis and Brad Mathis, they took me in as family. And so I'd come back here with them during school when I didn't, I needed a hot meal and some things. And the Mathis family, literally, I'm like their adopted son. So every time I'm in Grand Rapids, I hit Brad. He never calls me back. And then, but it's just great to be here and having an honor, Lupe, being able to sit next to President Chavez and hear him talk about the fact that they just marched 353 miles to push Governor Newsom to ratify and sign support of farm workers and the work that you do. It reminds me of when Dr. King marched from Selma to Montgomery all those years ago to demand, took 7 days, to demand that Confederate flag come down and they put the American flag back up. And we're in a point in time in this country where we have to reclaim the American flag. And so thank you for what you do. And certainly when we talk about supporting workers, when we talk about supporting labor, obviously we're here. My union is on strike. The UAW's on strike. The nurses are on strike. The casino workers in Detroit just went on strike today. So we are in a critical moment in terms of labor. And so the work that you do and the work that all of you do to support the labor movement is so critical. So God bless you. Thank you. We do have these amazing books for these amazing scholarship recipients. So I got to stay up here. I was looking around like the folks over there. They're like, when you told them they had to stay, they were like, I thought we were leaving after we got introduced. No, I'm kidding. Let's do that. Let's do the books. Let's do the books. Or the scholarships. Oh, I have to hand the book. Okay. I know what I'm doing now.
At this point, you dim the lights a little bit, leave a little bit of light on the stage. We have people to escort Aquinas College. Yeah, but I don't have that information.
Okay, now we are in the part where we're going to present the scholarships. The first president, Córdoba, will present the Aquinas College recipient. Please come to the stage.
Hola a todos, buenas tardes. Soy Alicia Córdoba, la presidente de Aquinas College. Aquinas College is an inclusive liberal arts educational community rooted in the Catholic and Dominican tradition. Along with a commitment to lifelong learning and dedication to the pursuit of truth and the common good, we emphasize a global perspective, career preparation, leadership development, and service to others. Tonight, Aquinas College recognizes one of our Hispanic students for her work and dedication to the Latina communities both at Aquinas College and with the greater city of Grand Rapids. Jennifer Hernandez is a second-year elementary education major at Aquinas. Jennifer is a first-generation student who works hard to ensure that Latin and first-generation students feel welcome at Aquinas College. She is currently the vice president of the Latinx Student Association, and we are especially proud of the work she accomplished over this past summer, when she had an opportunity to work with the Department of Health and Human Services, where she assisted the migrant social worker in preparing and participating in outreach shifts where they would meet migrant workers in their homes units and assist them in applying for a type of emergency Medicaid. The work Jennifer does on and off campus is exemplary of Aquinas College's pillars of community and service, and we're proud to recognize Jennifer Rodriguez with the Si Se Puede Award and the Cesar E. Chavez Scholarships. I get a big hug.
Thank you so much. Now we have the presentation of Davenport University scholarships. President Papas, Katrina Cervel, Angelina de la Cruz, to line up by the stair of the stage. Ready?
Thank you very much. You know, it's so weird. I'm often called the good doctor as well, so I felt it here for a minute. Katrina Serafeld is with me as well, right to my right, and we're really honored to have Angelina de la Cruz. And I want to tell you a little bit about, you know, Angela, you and I will have the same undergrad major. I can tell you're excited by that, but it's marketing. It's really a great field. I wanted you to read just a couple of things that you wrote, if that's okay. Thank you. It's too late now anyway, but when I hear someone mention Cesar E. Chavez, I think of the man who gave us so much to support his family and help others. I admire the work that he has done to fight for migrant workers, especially since he focused on nonviolence. He was in the 8th grade and left to support his family, but he didn't stop there. He just kept going because he felt that it was the right thing to do. I always try my best to take care of my family, but his work has made me want to do more. I've seen my mother and my late father from the Dominican Republic fight so hard to ensure that we had food on the table and a roof over our heads. At one point, my mother had 3 jobs, and I only saw her for 1 hour a day. I promised myself that I would never let it get that way again and help others when I am able. I reflect these inspirations in my own life by keeping myself educating and educating those around me. If I see people hurting, especially mi gente, I am not one to stay quiet. You're going to like Davenport because we don't stay quiet either. My father passed away last December, and he came to America all the way from the Dominican Republic. He taught me that there's nothing more important than family and the people around you. Well, I want to tell you, your parents were right, and your mom is with us here tonight, so congratulations.
Thank you very much. Next, we have the presentation of Grand Rapids Community College scholarships. Yolanda Escorts, President Lepper. Hubert Alberto Mendoza, Sofia Espinosa, Becky Maran Riesgos, Lucero Orduna Rivera, Jennifer Parales, y those are the recipients.
Thank you. Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. This is my first opportunity to be at this event. As many of you know, I'm in my first year at GRCC, and this is just such an amazing event. And I know that you all are familiar with GRCC, but one of the things I want to share with you is that this year our fall enrollment grew, and we were one of the few community colleges to do that in the state and in the country. But one of the statistics I'm particularly proud of is that year over year we had 11.8% increase in our students who identified as Hispanic or Latino-Latina. 11.8%. So we are very, very proud of that. And it's my honor to recognize 5 of our amazing students here tonight. So first, starting at the very end, we have Alberto Mendoza. He is a sophomore and is majoring in culinary arts. Humberto made the decision to enroll in GRCC's Secchia Institute to realize his dream of becoming a professional chef. Although Humber acknowledges this journey is challenging, he is determined to persevere. The culinary industry has held a special place in his heart, serving as his primary source of inspiration and drive. Post-graduation, his primary objective is to continue honing his skills in the food industry for several years, and then he aspires to establish his own restaurant where he can deliver exceptional culinary experiences and provide guests with the highest standards of professional service. Hubert is well aware that the food industry demands considerable time, investment, personal sacrifice, and unwavering commitment to one's craft. Congratulations. Sofia Espinoza is a sophomore, and her major is pre-psychology. She selected this program due to her deep passion and fascination with the intricacies of the human mind and body. Sophia believes that psychology grants a profound insight into the human condition, equipping individuals to aid those grappling with mental health challenges. And upon graduation, her aspirations involve transferring to either Michigan State University or the University of Michigan to pursue a master's in behavioral neuroscience, followed by a PhD. Sophia feels a deep admiration for Cesar E. Chavez, recognizing the unwavering dedication to advocating for the rights of farm workers and Latinos and empowering those who felt marginalized. As the child of a migrant worker who tirelessly juggled 3 jobs to provide for her family, she found inspiration in Chavez's life story. His journey served as a beacon of hope, illustrating that the Latino community needs not enduring powerlessness, and that diligence and determination do not go unnoticed. Congratulations, Sophia. Our third student, Becky Mazarguez, is a sophomore and is majoring in business administration. Becky believes this path will also afford her the opportunity to cultivate leadership abilities, effective communication, and critical thinking. Upon graduation, Becky envisions herself transferring to Ferris State University, where she's determined to earn a bachelor's degree in business administration. As a granddaughter, a daughter, and a member of a family deeply rooted in farm work, Chavez's life and work has had a profound impact on Becky's life and family. Chavez's determination and unwavering commitment to justice has inspired her to stand up for what she believes in and fight for the rights of others. Chavez's emphasis on nonviolent resistance and peaceful protest has taught her the power of unity and the importance of advocating for the change in a peaceful and respectful manner. Congratulations, Becky. Lucero Orduna Rivera is currently pursuing an associate's degree in fine arts with a particular interest in graphic design. She hopes to transfer to GVSU, where she aims to immerse herself in their studio art program with a focus emphasis on graphic design. Lucero watched her determined parents work tirelessly under the sun in the agricultural industry to provide for their children. Throughout this time, her parents placed carrots, apples, blueberries, strawberries, and asparagus onto the plates of those in America. As a young child, she understood the challenges that Latino families faced, and they transitioned their lives to live in the U.S. Her parents served as prime examples of this, and it is with their experiences that she fights to work for a life where she can study and achieve her own dreams. The milestones paved by Cesar E. Chavez and fighting for better working conditions and wages played a pivotal role enabling her parents to provide her with the childhood that she had. Congratulations. And finally, Jennifer Peralez. She currently is a sophomore pursuing a degree in criminal justice. Now a mother of 7 sons, she recognizes 7 sons. I'll say that again. Now a mother of 7 sons. She recognizes the significance of advocacy in their lives. This has further fueled her commitment for creating positive changes and attending law school in the future with the aim of specializing in family law. Growing up, Jennifer fondly recalls the early mornings where she assisted her grandmother in preparing to harvest blueberries, strawberries, and apples. She was eager to earn money. Although she had little understanding of the demanding labor involved in making a living through agricultural work, Jennifer has also found a deep connection with her Hispanic heritage and cultural roots. Congratulations, Jennifer. Thank you.
Abel va a cantar. Primero. Okay, thank you very much. We have a minute musical interlude. Abel Muñiz. Abel Muñoz. Abel Muñoz. ¿Dónde se encuentra? Where are you? Okay, we have a musical interlude so that we can, after that, continue with the program. Part of the program.
All right. Test, 1, 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abel Munoz. Hello, everyone. And I just wanted to speak a bit about my musical journey and how it was influenced by this foundation right here. Originally, my musical journey began at the age of 5 in Bangor, Michigan. I started taking dance classes, but at 10, a torn meniscus in my left knee forced me to sit down on the couch. But then I picked up the guitar, and that began and ignited my passion for music. And then in middle school, I went into sports, and in high school, I ended up playing for varsity in my freshman year. I was very excited to be on the varsity freshman team. As a freshman on varsity team, and I walked around like I was the man. until 3 weeks in, and I tore my right meniscus. And doctor said it was very rare for this to happen, so there was that. So this actually led me to sit down on the couch again with the guitar. But this time I decided to do a little bit of something different. I decided to sing. And as soon as I was back on my feet, I went to our local college and I auditioned because they were having open auditions for high schoolers. And I auditioned to be a part of the community college SMC's production of Grease. And I landed a role as Teen Angel. And the only thing was that we were not able to put on the production due to COVID. But I got really close to the college itself, and I earned 20 dual enrollment credits through there for college. 20 college dual enrollment credits. And it was at this time, post-COVID, that I got an interview with Adelante Deno. I don't know where he's at right now, if he could raise his hand. There he is, right there. He did a virtual interview with me, and the Honorable Lupe Ramos was actually in the virtual audience, and she gave me an opportunity to sing at one of her events. And as I grew more confident on the stage, the committee and the Cesar E. Chavez committee, I felt that when I learned a lot of being a performer on stage, it gave me a lot of confidence, and I ended up auditioning in my senior year for the University of Michigan, because Lupe Ramos Montani told me that if we're going to do this, we're going to go all the way. Si se puede. And this year, with a mere 7.7% acceptance rate, I stand before you as a 2027 freshman SMTD University of Michigan student. Thank you. Go Blue. And this just goes to show that life's challenges can offer a lot of opportunities. So keep on working, si se puede. And thank you for joining me on this journey, and I can't wait to share the magic of music with you. This piece that I'm going to be doing for you tonight is one of the pieces that I believe that they accepted me into University of Michigan. It's a Spanish piece, so I believe that it really captivated them. De amor en los cielos de tu reja, de amor escuché la triste queja, de amor que sonó en mi corazón, diciéndome así con su dulce canción. Que ama la flor, la luz del día. Amapola, lindísima amapola, no seas tan ingrata y ámame. Amapola, amapola, ¿cómo puedes tú vivir tan sola? Amapola, lindísima amapola, será siempre mi alma tuya sola. I'm a bowl of my pretty little poppy, like that lovely flower, so sweet and heavenly. I'm a bowl of that pretty little poppy, must copy its endearing charms from you. I'm a polar, I'm a polar, how I long to hear you say, I'm a polar, I'm a polar, how I long to hear you say, I love you, I love you. Thank you.
Wow, that was dynamic. No, that was dynamic. Singing, dancing, playing an instrument. That's called talent. Hello. Okay, moving right along. Presentation of Davenport University, oh, wrong one. Presentation of Grand Valley State University, Vice President Jesse Bernal.
So it's my turn to sing. Nobody wants to hear that, I promise you. I blow a lot of hot air, but in different ways. So thank you for bringing Grand Valley State University this opportunity to award our scholarships this evening. I do want to say that President Mantella is disappointed she couldn't join this evening, but tonight we actually are awarding 14 scholarships. Fortunate for the schedule, only 3 of our students are here, so bear with us, but please do recognize the other 11 students that are in the program. And I'll say that this brings our total scholarships of the Lupe Ramos Montigny Si Se Puede Legacy Scholarship to 50 since 2015. And I'm even more proud to announce that we have now reached $1 million in that endowment. Our first scholarship recipient is Danae Garcia. Danae is a junior majoring in sociology and criminal justice. She describes Cesar Chavez as a testament to the power that Latinos yield, power that she herself holds. Danae said that no matter what challenges she's presented with, what tragedies befall her or her communities, Latinos preserve and persevere. Not only that, we prevail. The fervor that drives us, the Latino community, and the sense of unity that is at the center of everything we do is what being a leader means to her and what represents Cesar Chavez's legacy. Danae is the vice president of the Latino Student Union at Grand Valley State University. She sees herself as someone in a position to make great change for her peers and the community. She has learned that passion and resilience will propel her forward as she continues down the path paved for her by her family and leaders of past generations, and she will lead the way for future generations. Let's congratulate Danae. Our second scholarship recipient is Irma Gonzalez Jimenez. She is a junior majoring in marketing, and throughout her education at Grand Valley State University, she's been able to incorporate some of Cesar Chavez's beliefs and morals in her college life. She lives by the values of working hard and standing in unity with the community to create inclusion and equity. In her own words, she says that Cesar Chavez has inspired her to pursue higher education so that one day she can create positive change and give back to her community. Chavez has taught her the importance of community and unity. The notion that inspired her the most was to give back to her community, particularly at Grand Valley, through a series of volunteer work. She serves in our admissions office as an ambassador, onboarding new students. She's also a volunteer for the Campus Activities Board, providing funding to our many student organizations. Thank you, Irma, for your service, and congratulations. And then finally, Catalina Soria is a junior majoring in human resource management and minoring in legal studies. Catalina has shared this about Cesar Chavez. She said that Chavez has inspired her to continue to pave the way for others in her community and those who are coming behind her, particularly in the pursuit of higher education and the goal for having a better future for themselves, their families, and their communities. Today, she works hard to make her parents proud, and her parents are here tonight, and she strives to become to finish her degree at Grand Valley State University. She's working in the community and giving back to the community. She does a lot of running for fundraising. She volunteers at Kids Food Basket in Grand Rapids. She commits herself to new volunteer service every single week so that she can continue to give back to her family and her community and make her parents proud. Let's congratulate Catalina as well.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Yep. Before we present the community awards, we would like you to stand and let's give a round of applause to the 2023 scholarship honorees from Aquinas College, Davenport University, Grand Rapids Community College, Grand Valley State University, Paul, Hill, and all those who have taken the stage this evening. Transitioning to the other part of the program, which is the presentation of the community awards, please help me welcome to the stage Dale Robertson, who will be introduced the Youth Award honoree.
Thank you. Buenas noches, good evening. You know, as I look around the room here, as I was saying good evening, I want to pause for just a minute, because one of the foundational aspects, and I am just kind of taking this in up here, is a theme of the committee. And Lupe, it's a theme that you say a lot, which is unity. Unity within the community, unity. And so in that spirit, I'd like to share a good evening and something personal to me that's part of me. So please allow me to say Dobry wieczór and Dobry wieczór, which is good evening in Russian and Polish. And I offer that in the spirit of unity. So I'm Dale Robertson. I'm President and CEO of the Grand Rapids Public Museum, and it's my pleasure for me tonight to present the 2023 Youth Award recipient. This award is presented to an inspiring Hispanic student who daily puts into action the values and legacy of Cesar E. Chavez, a young person who is a positive role model for other youth in his school and his community. Tonight's recipient has demonstrated a passionate commitment to share his talent of sports with the world. And as you're about to see, he is a very, very fine young man. So please direct your attention to the screen, and we'll see a video about tonight's award recipient.
I am Jaret Jaramillo, a graduate of Kent City High School and now dedicated athlete at GRCC. I am involved with GRCC's first ever men's soccer team. And while at Kent City High School, I noticed that being involved with the soccer team and basketball team, that it comes with a lot of dedication and punctuality. Cesar Chavez valued collective action and teamwork. I get to do this every day with my teammates at GRCC. I think that one of Cesar Chavez's values that I can relate to is sacrifice. During my soccer season at GRCC, I sacrifice my body physically because at practice, I give it my all and I try to get better every day. I also sacrifice myself mentally because I give my all to my teammates and I have that positive mindset towards my coaches and the crowd that watches me every day. Something that Cesar Chavez has done that has impacted me was when he sacrificed himself for the farm workers so they could have better wages and better farm working conditions. This has impacted me to serve my community because I would want to better many more people's lives and make sure everything is equal between everybody and help as many people as I can. First, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and making me the man I am today. Also, I want to thank Lupe and the committee for nominating me and helping me throughout this whole process. And without them, this night wouldn't be possible.
So please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2023 Youth Award recipient, Jaret Jaramillo, and his parents, Joseph and Ariana Jaramillo. And listen as the band plays his favorite song, Anything by Mark Anthony.
Buenas noches and good evening. My name is Senator Winnie Brinks. I am the Majority Leader for the Michigan Senate. And it is an honor to serve as a senator for the 29th District right here in West Michigan. It's an honor for me to present the 2023 La Familia Legacy Award. This award is presented to an exemplary Hispanic family who puts into action the values and legacy of Cesar E. Chavez on a daily basis, a family who has challenged us to dare, to dream, and to hope without giving up our identity and culture. So please direct your attention to the screen.
Hola, mi nombre es Mercedes López Durán, propietaria del Granjero Mexican Grill. Estamos ubicados en el 950 de la Bridge. La semana pasada cumplimos 16 años de estar operando. Les presento a mi familia, Paola, vicepresidenta de la empresa, y Gaby, coordinadora de banquetes.
Our family embraces the values of Cesar E. Chavez by serving others. In the last 16 years of business, we have provided over 100 jobs, impacting our local economy. We treat our team as part of the family because we understand the sacrifice that many of our immigrant and Latino families make when they come to the U.S. We know their determination and commitment to achieve the American dream. My mother's vision for the business was to always be a safe place for our own. Navigating challenges like the COVID pandemic shows how important it is to have that trust and that communication with members of our team. With decreased sales and negative cash flow for months, my mother was the first one to be out of the payroll, but never left any of our employees without a paycheck. Another of the universal values we put into action is celebrating our community. We highlight our heritage, culture, and celebrate it how we know it best, with delicious and traditional dishes. My mother is proud to be the first Mexican restaurant to offer nopales. I have a lot of great memories teaching people what to expect from cactus or how to eat a tamale by removing the husk. We also understand the importance of giving back. We enjoy supporting nonprofits or other causes with sponsorship or food donation. It's a way we can continue to share our heritage to more people beyond the restaurant and catering business.
Estamos muy contentos de haber sido nombradas por el comité de César Chávez. Le agradezco a Lupe Ramos por habernos tomado en cuenta. Los esperamos ver pronto en el granjero, ya que tenemos 16 años de estar trabajando y ha sido un buen impacto a la comunidad. Gracias.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2023 La Familia Legacy Award recipient, Mercedes Lopez, Gabi, Alberto, Paula, Ian, and Alan. Listen as Charisma Band plays Mercedes' favorite song, Color Esperanza by Diego Torres.
Buenas noches. Good evening. My name is Superintendent Dr. Ledrian Roby, and I am the proud superintendent of Grand Rapids Public Schools. That's right. It is an honor for me to present the 2023 Hispanic Advocate Award to a partner in education. This award is presented to a non-Hispanic community member who puts action to the values and legacy of Cesar E. Chavez on a daily basis, a passionate individual who enhances the upward mobility of the Hispanic community and of Hispanic students. This individual and the committee have worked side by side to ensure the annual social justice community gathering is a reality. He believes in the knowledge acquired for the students of the annual community gathering and will forever be a part of their lifelong experience. I will direct your attention to Mr. Kevin Holston.
I am proud to be an educator. I started my educational career as a teacher and also served as a coach, principal, and now as a superintendent. I'm also proud to be the son of Elizabeth and Harold, and my journey came through sacrifice from others. My family each moved, uprooted everything they had to come to a new place, Lansing, Michigan, for opportunity. I take that responsibility of the sacrifice of my parents and grandparents as an opportunity to serve and live out what they had intended. And that was for the next generation to have a better life than theirs. I'm so thankful for the opportunities that my family provided me, and I see that as my responsibility and leadership, not just for my own family and my 2 children, but also for the nearly 10,000 children that I serve as a superintendent at Kentwood. Cesar had many inspirational values, and a few that I have internalized in my leadership are service to others, innovation, and determination. I see my role to serve the community that has duly appointed me to represent them. That means to become proximate. That means to listen, to understand with empathy, and serve the community that I am charged with leading. And that means also to allow people to show up as their authentic selves, that they shouldn't have to give up who they are to be a part of the communities that we live in, that we thrive in, and that I'm fortunate enough to lead as an educator. And so that our children can have opportunity, so that they can live out their hopes and dreams, so that they can be the ones that can lead our next generation in the future to build our strong communities. I'd be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Lupe Ramos Montaner for her inspiration, for her friendship, and just for her advocacy for our community. In addition, the community to honor Cesar E. Chavez, I am thankful for their steadfast leadership to continue to cast a loud voice to make sure that Cesar's legacy lives on. I'm also thankful for my family. I know I wouldn't have the opportunity I have without the love and care and concern, support, encouragement from my family. And also got to give thanks to my entire KPS family that's with us tonight, our Board of Education leadership team, and our students, and the entire Falcon community. Go Falcons!
Please join me in welcoming to the stage the 2023 Hispanic Advocate Award recipient, my friend and colleague, Mr. Kevin Polston. Listen as the Charisma Band plays Kevin's favorite song, Sound of Sunshine, by Michael Franti. Congratulations, Kevin.
All right, good evening. Good evening. Okay, I know that it is almost 9 o'clock, but y'all got to wake up in here. This thing ain't over yet. I'm using my Texan tonight. I'm using words like ain't and all that. I want to say good evening to you. My name is Bill Pink. I am honored to serve as president of Ferris State University. And I'm also honored to be able to present tonight the Golden Citizen Award. And that Golden Citizen Award is an award that is given to a heroic Hispanic older citizen for the work that they have done in the community that exemplifies that work of Cesar Chavez. And when I think about this award, when I think about the recipient of this award, and when I think about who this award is even named after, I think about the nerve it takes. The nerve it takes for someone to look at injustice in the face and say, not here. That's not what we're going to do. We have to do something different for people so that people have an opportunity to be successful. Everyone have an opportunity to be successful. I not only think about people like Cesar Chavez, I personally, when I think about the institution that I represent, I think about people like Woodbridge Ferris, the very man that our institution was founded upon, who founded our school, he and his wife Helen. And he founded it based on one principle, basically, and that principle was everyone in the state of Michigan ought to have a right to a higher education. That was over 130 years ago. I am so proud and humbled to be able to serve in that presidency because of that heritage. And I am so proud to be able to do this because of the heritage of a man of Cesar Chavez. Because it was the same thing that he was based on. It was the same work that he did. That he said it doesn't matter if this is what mediocrity looks like, if this is what our country at that moment said, here's what life is like, for him to have the audacity to look those people in the eye and say, not in here, because we have to do better. And if we are here sitting in this nice, comfortable place in the year of 2023 with some of the unfortunate same type of ideological injustices, it is incumbent upon every one of us to say the same thing. Just as the man I'm about to introduce, Ricardo Martinez, says, not anymore, not where I live, not in my community. I want you to look at the video of an incredible man who exemplifies that same thing that Cesar Chavez did.
My name is Ricardo Martinez, and I am a champion of equality and people's rights, especially the migrant people that come in from other countries to get an education and to better themselves. So I'm a fighter, I'm an advocate. I advocate for qualities and the lives of these young folks that come in to our country. One of the biggest things is just embracing the values that Cesar Chavez showed us. As a young kid, I got inspired by people that were out there coming to us as we worked in the fields. I was a migrant myself, and I worked out in the fields. And just hearing them talking about what we could do if we were all to get together and do and have the values that Cesar Chavez was trying to teach us. And that's impacting not only each other, but everybody within the community. So as a young kid moving up here to Michigan, I was 15 years old when I moved up here, and just getting involved in what Cesar Chavez was teaching us as far as impacting each other, impacting the community, helping out each other, because we're all brothers and we should all help each other. At this time, I would like to thank Lupe and the committee of the Cesar E. Chavez Committee for the great work they do day in, day out. And then I'd just like to say I am honored and I'm very privileged to be given this award tonight for the Cesar Chavez Award, which all my life has impacted my life in reaching out to a lot of kids that I work with day in, day out, in hopes that they themselves will give back to the community that is so much needed. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our Golden Citizen Award recipient, Mr. Ricardo Martinez. And the band is going to play his favorite song, Balimos Tia E Hupango.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Ron Gorman, and I am the Assistant Superintendent of Kent ISD. It is truly an honor for me to be standing before you tonight to present the 2023 Distinguished Aguila Award. This award holds special significance as it recognizes individuals who embody the courageous spirit and unwavering commitment to the values and legacy of Cesar E. Chavez. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the screen.
I am a proud Mexicana. I was born and raised in Durango, Mexico. My family and I arrived in this country 20 years ago. I'm proud to lead an organization whose mission is to empower our Hispanic community to achieve equity, self-sufficiency, and personalized prosperity. My family and I face many of the challenges that a large portion of our community members walking through our doors at the center face daily. I believe in and adhere to most of the Cesar's universal values. I consider myself an individual that enjoys acquiring knowledge. Therefore, learning and growth are top of my priorities. Over the past 5 years, I've successfully completed my master's degree and participated in 2 leadership programs. Additionally, I have also undertaken training in various areas to ensure that I possess the necessary skill set to lead our organization effectively. I believe in Cesar Chavez's strong belief in giving back to our community. In his own words, he said, "We cannot seek achievement of ourselves and forget about progress and prosperity for our community." For the past 10 years, I have been dedicated to serving in the nonprofit sector. Specifically, I have spent the last 6 years leading at the Hispanic Center, where I believe I have made a direct impact to our community. Our team provides direct services to over 28,000 individuals every year. I take pride in representing my community, and I'm committed to inspiring other leaders, raising awareness about the issues that affect us, and creating a positive change to improve the quality of life of our families. I want to express my gratitude to the committee to honor Cesar E. Chavez for this prestigious award. I'm humble and honored with this recognition. I would like to dedicate this award to the most important individuals in my life: my family that supports me and inspires me every day, my wonderful team at the Hispanic Center, and the many mentors and sponsors that have played a crucial role in my personal growth. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating and celebrating this year's recipient of the Distinguished Aguila Award, Evelyn Esparza Gonzalez.
Can we recognize all of the recipients who were honored tonight? Outstanding, outstanding achievement amongst all of these individuals, and of course, all of the presenters as well. We're coming to the close of a great program, great celebration, honoring remarkable people, and making sure that those who represent the citizens of this area of the state are here as well. What we're going to do at this point in time is have the Si Se Puede auction, and Deborah Harden, would you please come to the stage? Could you give her a round of applause, please?
Thank you. How are you? Don't we look great? All of us. Give yourselves a hand. Well, we are your auctioneers for this evening. Again, my name is Deborah, and I have the pleasure of standing next to the MC, who will also, Lorenzo, who will be assisting me in this auction, and we are going to do a fantastic job because you know why?
Tell me why.
Let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
See all those beautiful faces out there? Someone is getting ready to go home with the best prize ever.
Wow.
Now, before we get started, I want to tell you, and I won't be before you long because I know you're tired. We ready to take these high heels off, aren't we, ladies? But we ready to dance most of all. But I want to take this time to just tell you a little bit about the artist. He was born in Mexico. At the age of 5, he started drawing, but he did not draw with chalk because chalk was not available for him. So he was drawing with pebbles. He moved to California at the age of 11 years old with his grandparents on their farm, and he loved drawing. Before he go to school or went to school, he would work in the fields at the age of 11 years old. Once he came home from school, then he would do his homework and then go back into the fields. He was working in the fields, and back in 1990, as he was working very hard in California, in Farmersville and Bakersville in California, there was a man that was walking through the fields, and he stopped and he looked at this person, this young person, and said, "Hi." And the young person said, "Hi" back. And he said, "This is what I'm talking about. Young kids should not be in the field. I want them to be able to go to college and pursue their career and become doctors and attorneys and lawyers and musicians and get a good education to support their families." As this young man continued to grow up, he realized that person that stopped to say hi was Cesar E. Chavez. Now, this young person was not aware that he was in the presence of greatness at that time in his life. But as he began to grow older and understand it, he painted the most beautiful, several beautiful paintings. But this particular one, if I can squeeze over here, this particular painting, this one, this is the fields. He went back to California and he took his family to show his family the fields that he worked in as a child. And he was standing here overlooking the fields. And the name of this portrait is the great Cesar E. Chavez. And at this time, I would like to introduce the artist who painted this beautiful painting, Arturo Morales. Would you please stand, sir? Come up. And we just want to take this time, and I know Ms. Ramos Martini is going to thank you, but on behalf of the committee, we want to say thank you personally, because this is his contribution to the community and to this organization. He did not charge a penny. He did this as honoring Mr. Chavez. So we appreciate you so much, and thank you. Before I give you the mic to say something, I just got to tell you a little bit about the painting. It's the greatness of Cesar Chavez. It is an original. It's not 3 or 4. It's an original. And I'm putting emphasis on that because you are getting a piece of work if you win that bid, an original. The size of the painting, just the painting, is 28.5 by 33. In the frame is 39 by 34. The medium use is acrylic paint and wood. And the price or the cost of this painting is $3,000. So you're getting ready to get a good deal. Wouldn't you say so? Wouldn't you say so? Yes. Now, all the proceeds go back to the Hispanic Scholarship and Community Award, the Cesar Chavez, because you are here this evening. All the money and everything goes back so we can continue to support our youth in their academics and everyone in the community. So at this time, I will let the artist take a few words, and then we will start the bidding. The bidding will start, we would do $50 and $100 increments, and I want you guys to get that checkbook ready, and we're going to start the bidding off at $500.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Arturo, and like my grandfather used to say, primero se ayuna y después se desayuna. In English, it does not make sense. But what it means that first we feast, and then afterwards we eat breakfast. Well, in this case, Cesar Chavez, he did that for us, so now we can enjoy a lot of that fruits that we can eat now, which is justice. And right here is looking over Orange Cove. Those are the orange fields where I used to work when I was a kid. And one more thing that I want to say to the young people that were over here in the stage is that sí se puede. Sí se puede. If you feel that is hard, that means that you're still alive. So there'll be occasion where you feel like you're gonna give up, but don't give up. Because if Cesar Chavez did fist for days, we can do it too. So we can reach our goals. So this painting is a reflection of what we are here for. To honor Cesar Chavez and to see this light right here. At one point, people saw that little light very far, which Cesar Chavez knew that it could be possible. And he is an inspiration for everybody, especially for me, because I never gave up. And I'm still working to better myself and give out to the community. So that's another thing, is if you are successful in business or anything, give out to the community. Do not forget about the community. Because without the community, we cannot succeed. We need help. Everybody needs help. So please, today, bid on this painting, and all the proceeds will go for scholarships. It will not go to me, it will go to the scholarship to help other students. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias. The bidding has started. Oops. Has the bidding started?
So we just working with one mic here? We have one mic?
No, right there's the other one.
Okay, wait a minute.
Here, take this one out.
I know.
All right.
Wait, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I think I got it.
You did.
I think I got it. Okay, can we turn these lights up? Because, see, we need to see these big pockets. Oh, yeah, these big pockets. Turn them lights up. Now, we're getting ready to start this bid for $500. Now, listen, don't be shy.
And don't
be shy.
leave.
Did we tell them don't be shy?
We said don't be shy and do not leave.
That's right. Close the doors like they do in church when you get ready to take a collection. Yeah, close those doors. You know how they do when you take a collection in church? Everybody got to close the doors. So let's get that bidding going, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start off with $500. $500. I see a 500 over here.
See a 500 over there.
No, I see 1,000 right here.
1,000 over here.
1,000 over here. Do I see 1,050? 1,050. I'm going to walk 1,050.
1,050.
Do I see 1,100? Do I see 1,100? Wait a minute. Let me get on the floor.
You can use credit cards.
Wait. You got to look both ways, honey. Because I think I heard 1,500. Did I hear?
No, I heard 1,500.
Did you hear 15?
I did.
Where did we hear 15?
Right
we
here.
heard 15 right here.
1,500
Do we
right
have
there.
16? Do we have 16? Do I hear, Lorenzo, do you hear 16?
I think I'm listening.
Well, get down off the stage and go over there and sit
16.
over there in that corner. Do you? Okay, I see 16.
2,000.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm running.
2,000.
I got her.
2,000.
2,000. 2,000.
Ándale.
Do we hear 21?
Ándale, raza. We need another 1,000.
We need another? Do we hear another?
We need another 1,000.
Do we hear another?
We got 2,000.
Do we hear another?
You can max your credit card.
Do we hear another? We have 2,000. Do we have 2,100? 2,100. 100. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Mr. Harper. Say it, Mr. Harper, say it loud.
2,500, it's fine.
25.
We've got 2,500.
We got 2,500.
Woo. The doors are still open.
Wait a minute, Lorenzo. Walk that red carpet with me.
Oh, come on.
Come on, come on.
Here
we got 2,500.
2,500.
Got 2,500.
We need 500 more.
2,500.
500 más, por
We
favor,
need it.
raza.
What you gonna do? Do we have 26? Do I hear 26?
26.
Oh, you got up, honey. I almost thought you was bidding 26. You better sit back down. Do we have 26? 26.
I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I thought I heard it.
Did I hear it over there?
26.
Did I hear 26? I thought I heard it over here. I thought I heard it back here. Did I hear 26? Did I hear 26? I thought I heard it over here. Wait, I heard right here. Who said right here?
Who said 26?
Oh, the bartender. Now you're playing with me. For that, I get a free drink. Okay. 26.
We're on 26.
We're at 26.
26, 26, 26, 26, going, 26, 26, 26, going.
No, it's not gone yet.
No.
I'm trusting the people. Don't sell them out that fast. Look at them. Wearing these Armani suits and these Stacey Adams shoes. They got it. Come on.
Oh, I like Stacey Adams.
Come on, do I hear 2650? 2650. 2650. 2650. 2650. Okay, I'm coming back to you. Well, okay, let's walk the carpet again.
We like this red carpet.
We like this carpet. So by the time we walk up here, someone's gonna say 2650. Come on, we counting on it. Let's hit the stairs. Okay.
Get it, right?
Okay. 2650. Okay, well, now we're gonna count it down. 2650.
Going once. Going twice.
But no, we stopped at 26. Remember?
We got 26 right now?
We didn't get the 50.
Oh.
So we just at the 26. 25. Thank you for your correction. I was trying hard.
Oh.
I swear I was trying hard to get that 2650. I was trying so hard, I was fooling myself.
I swear I heard that
I swear we
six.
thought we heard 6. But okay, so.
Okay, let's do it again.
2,500 going.
Going once. Going twice. 3 times.
And
Gone.
So,
Woo!
Mr. Harper. So, with that being said, Mr. Harper, can you please come up here? And I'm asking for the photographer.
Arturo.
And Arturo is coming too. You're going to do a photo.
Photo up. Photo up.
Now, we know you used to giving instructions, but I ain't done with the mic yet, Mr. Harper. You're going to have to wait and listen for the instructions.
I'm going to donate this
Mr.
work back to the organization
Oh.
so it can hang proudly in your offices.
But can we do this, though? Can we do this, Mr. Harper, please? Can we do this, please, sir? Can you stay up here so we can get a picture? And Mr. Paul, come up, please.
Lupe, tú también, por favor. Sí, gracias.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Lupe is going to be here with the picture. Everybody get ready for the picture, and then
Yes,
we will
please.
have closing remarks.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
I got to go. Ready? Everybody ready? All right. Aquí, cerca de Arturo, por favor. Okay, let them get that in first. Go first.
Ready? Right here. 3, 2. One more.
Now we'll get in. Okay, we are going to have closing remarks from Lupe Ramos Monteni.
All right. Okay. Give it up Give it up, give it up. We are going to close this celebration by singing De Colores. So please stand, make a big circle, and join hands. I'm coming. Are you coming? Make a big, here, yeah.
Hello.
Wait.
Hello.
Make a big circle.
Don't forget.
Band, start playing De Colores. The- Hey, sway, you sway, you sway, you sway, you sway, you sway, sway, sway. Come on, where's your circle? I see.
Colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores, colores son los pajarillos que vienen de afuera. De colores se visten los que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. ¡Que se lo diga! Every time Chavez, wherever he goes in the country, we have to play this song. Everywhere, every march, every demonstration, every meeting. ¡Sí se puede! Canta el gallo, gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Los puñuelos con el pillo, pío, 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 pío. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. ¡Que vive Cesar Chávez! Again. Colores, pajarillos que vienen de afuera. De colores, flores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí.
¡Bravo! ¡Se puede!
¡Sí se 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 puede!
Afterglow on the side. The chocolate fountain is ready for you. Go and have dessert. The band will play music. You can dance. The photo booth is.
I've heard about it.
The celebration continues.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.